Yeah, it was just wrong time, wrong moment. I think he did the best he could to get out of the way. Unfortunately, with these sort of incidents, the stewards have been very strict throughout the season. I've got penalties for a lot worse than that, and a lot of drivers. So, yeah, it was just unfortunate timing that cost me an extra set of tires, and I think will cost him a penalty. But other than that, I think it was just wrong time, wrong moment.
Finally, from me, how much would it mean to you to get on the podium tomorrow, or to get up to the front and be up there fighting for podium or even a win tomorrow? How much would that mean?
Yeah, that would be something fantastic, something great to have. Which I believe we're definitely going to have the pace tomorrow to be in the mix, so I'm looking forward to it.
And rightly so. I mean, Holiday has clearly done him the world of good. He's had a bit of a break, pressed the reset button, and he's come back with much more confidence, you'd have to say. And sometimes does that just need to happen when you're having a bit of a spiral to be able to break that run of form?
Yeah, I think it does need to happen just like that. And I think, although he's talking about work over the shutdown, obviously the teams aren't allowed to work over the shutdown, but he can still have a think himself and still get into his own stuff. So I think there's a lot going on there from him, and hopefully he's had a really good, strong qualifying session today, much stronger than I think Red Bull would have anticipated it being.
And what does that mean, though, for the race? I mean, do you think he can convert that into a strong result?
I think they're hoping that they can have a strong result. I think they would have been expecting that Hamilton and Carlos Sainz in particular would have been much closer in qualifying, so that'll give them a little bit of breathing space. Do they have the pace over the McLarens? I don't know. It was looking quite tight in the long runs. Obviously, we're not privy to all of the information, but they'll be quite positive, I think, about the chance of holding on to something.
Yeah, real boost there for Sergio Perez. Let's hear from his teammate now, Max Verstappen.
Lando's very, very fast. I think that's what you need to be, and that's why he's also in Formula One, and that's why he's performing at the level that he is at. And it will only get better with experience as well, right? I mean, of course, I've been fighting for championships probably a bit longer, so you probably a bit more experience with that. But at the end of the day, when the team is working well, the car is working well, you're driving well, then it just comes to you as well. So, yeah, I never doubted that anyway.
Well, Max Verstappen has won when he started from second for the last 5 consecutive times, so it's actually not a bad spot to be starting a Grand Prix from, particularly for him.
Yeah, sure, and look, anything is possible. So much can happen in a race. We know that the conditions will be different tomorrow. There's opportunities to be taken from, but also, as we mentioned earlier, the run to turn one's not very long here. With the banking, you can actually force your way around the outside and maybe put yourself in a good position, and going into turn 3, you could end up on the inside. Let's see if that happens. It's a long way to go tomorrow, but I would just want to say what a difference a year makes, because he's really happy with that result, even though he's 3.5 tenths off of Lando's pace. Obviously, he seems to feel like that's a good result for him today, and last year he was so dominant here that it's funny to think how much and how quickly things can change. But of course, there is still a lot to play for tomorrow. Tyre deg is a massive factor around here as well, so let's see who has the better car for the race day tomorrow.
It's a very calm reaction, you'd have to say, from Max Verstappen, because as Naomi says, it was almost damage limitation coming into today. He wasn't expecting a huge amount. He was able to extract a lot from the car when it mattered most. Therefore, what are his chances tomorrow? We know the McLarens are good in terms of long run pace, but he's still absolutely in this fight for a win.
That is Max all day, all night, getting something out of the car that we don't think the car was capable of, getting that